Hi, you're watching a video cast brought to you by Tap with James. We own a marketing company. It's called Seku Agency. We actually focus more on building brands, finding market shares for brands, positioning brands actually in the South African landscape. But this time, we are more focused on an online platform which is called Dark Black. Dark Black is actually a brand that is passionate about art and design. They're the modern day design thinkers because they focus more on a human being, the intensity of a human being, the human interests. They focus more on that as opposed to a group of people, as opposed to a population, which is generally being done by most commercial brands or mainstream brands for that matter, or mass consumption brands. So Dark Black is actually a brand that's aiming to spark conversations using its products that they are selling. Their products include hoodies, they include jerseys, they include T-shirts, where they have a printout of art such as from artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Vincent van Gogh, local artists in South Africa. I think in the long run, the brand will be trying to include local artists into their clothing in order to appreciate their sense of creativity that they are doing in society at large. Now, Dark Black approached us and it wanted a 3% market share in the South African landscape. Now, how do we find these people? We decided to focus more on the Joker. Think of the Joker. The Joker is an outcast. The Joker is a rebel. The Joker is a weirdo. The Joker is a dude that thinks he can save the world. He thinks that, but that's what he did towards the end of that movie. I'm interested in watching another Joker movie. I think it's going to be really interesting to watch, and how a villain changes the world as opposed to a hero doing the same. Now, coming back to Dark Black, we focused more on that particular demographic of people who have those particular personalities that are outcast in modern day society. These are the people that are found in urban areas. Rural areas, they are there, but maybe they are afraid to be themselves. Who knows? We are focused more in urban areas, Afropolitan areas such as your Maboneng, your Rosebank, your Braamfontein as well. Focused more on those particular areas. Now, who do we find in those areas? The hipsters. The hipsters are the people that are the social outcasts. They consider themselves as a social outcast because they have a unique way of seeing the world. They are the people that have their own sense of style in terms of dresses. They think differently. They probably speak differently by projecting, or rather processing their thought processes and stuff. Now, these are the people that are commonly found in those areas. They are professionals. They earn an income. Some of them, they are business owners. They like unconventional ways of living because one thing we know about them is they live in urban areas where they live in flats, where they live in apartments, where they live in standalone areas, maybe in woods. Maybe they go hiking, naked hiking. I saw an event last time about that. They probably do that too. You never know. So these are the people that we know. They own smartphones. They own laptops. They own desktops as well. They own tablets. And they have internet access. They have access to Wi-Fi. They can afford mobile data. Mobile data is one thing that's considered being expensive, especially right here in South Africa. But these are the people that are professionals. They are the middle class. So, therefore, these things, they are able to afford them. How do we reach these guys? We can use online marketing. Now, online marketing, this would include online advertising, which is creating banners for them in most websites they visit, because they are outcasts, because they want to socialize, because they want to socialize yet being left alone. These people visit websites in order to connect with people. Now, Dark Black can focus more on those particular websites such as your where people search for partners, where people search for people who have common interests as them, like gamers do. So therefore, those we can focus more on those particular websites where we create those banners right there, so they can click on those banners in order to be redirected to the website and being able to subscribe. Subscribe meaning keeping information, so they can be sent emails using direct marketing. Now, this is where it comes in, using direct marketing, where we send them emails about discounts, about freebies, about what's new, what's coming, the latest, what's happening in Dark Black, which areas are they focusing on, those kinds of things actually, so they can be able to be redirected to the website. They can be used, we can be using social media as well, which is a powerful tool to actually reach out to people. For example, we can create a Facebook ad. That Facebook ad can actually redirect them to the website about the information, about how the purchases are made, about how the courier services work, and all those things. And we can actually be focusing on the search engine optimization, because they like learning about new things, they like learning about new products and services that have been provided to them. They commonly use Google to Google stuff, so therefore search engine optimization is a good way to increase our chances of website visits in order for them to make purchases, for that matter. Now, looking at the brand development system, we know that Dark Black actually has the vision of pushing the limit of design and art, and bringing those things together in order to connect people. That's their core differentiator of how they're doing it, for people to actually spark conversations. We know their brand purpose and position statement is creating an individualistic society and celebrate their sense of uniqueness. The brand personality of Dark Black includes having to change the way people talk about art. So in this case, imagine yourself being at an art gallery and therefore observing a portrait. You're about to interact with somebody that you just met right there, or maybe a curator who's actually providing services, explaining the aspects of the art. So for that matter, these guys, they brought that element to the streets, where people can actually spark that unique sense of art and have a conversation about it. That drives word of mouth in order for the brand to have more websites, visits, and all that stuff, for that matter. Now, the values of the brand, it's the value for money, for creating value for money, which is creating friendships that may end up being a family. Look at the society of gamers. Gamers, they always stay on that specific app or website, and they connect more in order to find ways to defeat a villain, to progress in games and all that stuff. So they took that approach and actually and they brought about it in the physical world. Their mantra and tagline, mantra is actually simple. They are aiming to connect people by providing value of art, sparking those particular conversations at it. And their tagline includes "Ain't enough clothing for all of us to be cut from it." And those are the things that the brand it's actually focused on. The brand visual and the verbal language. The brand visual, which is its color, it speaks to the brand name. It's black. And the verbal language is more calmer. It's more of that, the rebellious society and all those things. Now, is this thing specific? Yes, because we know. It took longer. I took longer
since even 10 minutes.